Okay guys, so today we're going to discuss on how to create a new platform using the Archestra Wonderware. So in each platform, I'm going to teach you on how to create an engine, the area. I will also going to add user-defined objects, and lastly, the OPC client object. So in the OPC client object, so we are going to discuss also on how to configure an OPC. So in this case, we are going to take some OPC, or we're gonna add some scan group and add attributes. So also we are going to configure and create a historian. So in the historian, I'm going to teach you on how to add a folder for your historian. And third, I'm going to teach you also on how to use a Wonderware Historian client. And lastly, how to review a trend. So in this scan group and attributes, I'm going to show you on how to take it and how to create a trend using an historian client. Okay, so let's start. So you should have a Wonderware Orchestra IDE installed on your PC. So I'm not going to teach you on how to add a new project or how to create a new project, since I already have one on my previous tutorial. So let's jump on to creating a new platform. So a platform is your machine. So the machine is your PC. So this is your server, for example. So I'm using this PC, or I'm using this laptop as my server for our or platform. We call it platform. So in here, derivation, just click this derivation, click the unused base templates. So in the unused base templates, you can see here the Win platform. So the Win platform, you just right click and then click new and then click instance. So if you create the first platform, the color will be yellow. This means that this is your master. So this is your server. So I will be naming this main platform. Okay. So if you will have lots of platform, then you can just click and then template. So as you observe, the color of the platform change into silver. Okay, so we'll not discuss it. We'll just discuss the main platform. So like I said, the main platform is your main server of your Orchestra IDE. So if you click this, it automatically assign the network address or the computer name of the IDE that you are creating. So we'll not we don't need to touch anything here. You just leave this, and then the next thing to do is to add your engine. So how to add the engine? You just locate the engine in the unused base template. You just right click and then click instance. So now you have an app engine. So I will just name this main engine. Okay. So now I have engine. So the third one is to add an area. So same thing, just right click and click new instance. I will just name this main area. So after that, is our OPC client. So this OPC client is the one who will get the data from the OPC to our Archestra. So since I'm using Keepware OPC, then I will name this Keepware OPC. Okay. So we have here X. This means that this is not yet configured. So we'll configure it later. But first, we need to add the user defined object. So this one. So I just right click this and then click instance. So I will be naming it as OPC datas or OPC attributes. Attributes. Okay. Now we are now in the derivation. So I will change this selection into deployment. So in the deployment, you can see here the one that you created, the instances that you created. So all you have to do is to group this. So the main engine is a group of the main platform. And then your main area is the group of the main engine. And then your OPC attributes is the group of your main area. And your keeper OPC will be the group of your main engine. Now let's remove the X symbol on our keeper OPC. We don't want to have any alarm on this. So all you have to do is to click this. So here in your OPC, we you have here blank box. So you need to fill this. Now the server node here should have the IP address of the OPC or the OPC that you've been that's where it is located. So I mean the OPC that where it is located. So since my OPC is located in this machine also, then I will just copy the network address or the computer name of this machine or this laptop to your server node. So here I paste. Now sorry. So the server node will be what OPC you are using. So since I am this one will take time, you just wait. Okay, the work group. So this is the one. Okay, so let's prove if it is the same. So as you can see, the main platform is the same on the of the keepware OPC. So apology, I opened the main engine. Should be the keepware OPC. So here, you can just copy the uh, computer name to your server node, and then the server name are the OPC that you are going to link. So since I'm going to take data from the keep server X, then I will select the keep server X. So after that, you have to click the scan group. So in the scan group, click the plus button here on the right side, and then name this keepware. I will name this keepware uh, items. So the update interval. So I will just leave it to 50. This is a milliseconds. So I will just click this and click the positive sign on the associated attributes of your keepware items. Now you don't need to type here one by one the attributes. So there will be an easy way. You just click the right side of this and then collect the attributes that you are going to take. So here I'm taking all of these items. So I just drag all and then place it below in the basket. Then I will click OK. So once I click OK, it will place all the attributes of your OPC or on your keepware automatically, and then you need to click save and close. Click OK. So as you can see, our keepware here, keepware OPC is no more X. So red X. So there's no more alarm on this object. So the next step will be how to configure and create an historian. So first things first is you need to specify, or you need to decide on which location of in which location that your historian will be stored. So since I will be putting here in the documents, so I will put here our historian. So I will just name this historian. Our folder will be named historian. Okay, so I will just click this, then copy the link. So you just copy the location of the historian folder and then paste it to your main platform, and then paste it here in the history store forward directory. Okay, so far so good. And after that, you need to decide the minimum RAM of your main platform. Since I am only collecting a less data, so I will be using only less uh, RAM, so at least 1 GB. And in the engine, I will click engine, and then I need to click the enable storage to historian. So all the datas or all the datas that was being historized will be stored to this, and you need to copy on where the folder was being located. Since the folder is located on this machine itself, then I will just copy the network address or the computer name to this box. Or if you are putting it on a different machine or in the different PC, then you need to put the IP address here. So after that, I will save it. So save and close. Okay. The next thing is to configure also the main engine. So just click the main engine and this will appear. So same thing, I will enable this and then paste, and then the computer name that the historian folder located. So since I'm placing the folder in here in this machine, I will put the name of the computer here or the IP address, and then click save and close. Okay, easy. Now we already configured our historian folder. And now I'm going to, it's not included here, but let me include it. How to add attributes on your user defined object. So how to add attributes on your user defined object. So what is this user defined object? So this one. So the user defined object, I name it OPC attributes. So we're gonna taking all the datas from this, the one that we configured lately. This, we're gonna going to take this all to here, to your user defined object, which is your OPC attributes. So I'm going to click this. So after clicking this, now we are in the attributes. You just add, okay, add, and then name the attributes or the tag. So for example, I will name this motor RPM. Okay, so our motor RPM will be, the data type will be a float. Okay, now the important thing is to assign the address of this. So you just click the IO and then erase this. Okay, double click. Oh, I will just close this so that we can see the side. Okay, I will just okay, now just click this and then click the keep where OPC. So here you can select the attributes that you are going to link to this motor RPM. So it's here, the RPM value. So I will select this and then I will click OK. Okay, now we have one attributes now. Now I click save. You click OK. So I will close this. So we'll go back to your OPC attributes. Just click. Okay, you have now motor RPM. Now what else that we are going to take is the uh, analog value. So I'm just going to duplicate this motor RPM so that we will not start from the it will not waste time. So this to make it fast. See, then I will just click this motor analog value. Okay, same, it will be float. Then I will create another one, but this time it's gonna be a sensor infeed. Okay, so since this is sensor, then we will change this into boolean. So select sensor 1. Okay, so okay, then the analog value, we did not assign the correct address, so it will be analog value. Okay, now the sensor in feed, I will copy this. So it's gonna be sensor outfeed. Okay, and then select the address. I'm going to select the sensor 2 and and your we have three sensors on our project. So I'm gonna go into assign it middle sensor middle. And then gonna be sensor 3 sensor, or is it okay? Hola. Now we have five attributes. So we have here a float attributes and a boolean attributes. Since we are getting this data in the future, we need to click the history. So if we do not click the history, then the data of this will not stored in your historian folder. So I will gonna click all history button, and then I will leave this outfit not checked, so that you can see what happened if I will not check this if we use the Wonderware historian client. So we're all finished here. Then I will click save, click OK, finish. And now here I miss here how to deploy a platform. Oh, okay. So how to deploy a platform? So go back to your project, click main platform, right click and click the deploy. Okay, so click deploy, click OK, then wait for a couple of minutes depending on the project you are creating. So if you have lots of attributes here, lots of engines and lots of main area, then it will take time. Okay, now it's finished deploying, so just click close. So you will know that your platform is deployed because you don't have any small square, yellow square here. Yellow square means undeployed. And if you change anything on the objects, for example, I will change this, or I will add something, or delete something like that, I will add here sensor 4, for example, sensor 3. Okay, so and then I will click save. So what happened here is you have here a small square that have half yellow and half black, meaning this one is changed or this one is changed but not deployed. So all you have to do if you have changes, you just right click and click deploy. Easy as that. Otherwise, the one that you added will not be, uh, you cannot see that if you go online. So finished. So now we have a deployed platform. So next thing is to how to use a Wonderware historian client. But before that, I will also show you on how to how to monitor online online. Okay, so what I mean here is how you're gonna check if the values here is registering or connected. So I will just right click this, go to object viewer. So in the object viewer, you can see the current value of your objects. So in this object, as you can see lots of stops. So we only need to know what is the value for our RPM, for example, or the analog value. So here, your analog value already have 9. Okay. So how we know that this is same in the online? So here I have keepware. So in this keepware, I can go online as well to see the value of our analog value here. So the analog value is 9. So the value of your value in the object viewer is also 9. So this means that our OPC or our keepware is communicating to our platform or to our Archestra. So we configured it correctly. This means that we can take values to our keepware and it was a success. So if you want to know how to use this keep server X, I will paste the link on how to create or how to create new project and how to add tag name and address. Okay, going forward to our next uh, lesson is how to use Wonderware Historian client. So what is this historian client is? This is where we take datas from the previous we take previous datas. So what is this previous datas? This is datas that was being captured before. So for example, this project is already 1 year. So you want to take values from last week. So you can do that. So all you have to do is to go to Wonderware and then find the trend here. So the historian client, all you have to do is to select the server. So the server is this computer. So I need to go back to the project and to copy the computer name or the IP address. Here in the network address, I will just copy it and then paste it on your server here. And then you just click add. Okay. Okay, now click close. Okay, if you click this and then expand, go to public groups. Here the project, our platform. Is you can see we can see here our platform, our main area, the engine. In the main area, we can see the OPC attributes. So here are the four attributes in the bottom, in the tags. So we can double click this. We can double click all so that we can see everything. So you remember that we didn't check one attributes on our user defined object. So we cannot see also the one that we didn't check. So we can only see the sensor and feed, sensor middle, because like I said, we need to check the history so that we can see the attributes on our history client here. So let's go back and then let's check the history. If we save, of course, this will be having an alarm. Okay, you see, it means that you changed something and you did not deploy. So I will deploy this. Okay, then click close. So here you cannot see still because you did not refresh this. So all you have to do is to again open here. You see, now the outfit is here already. So we can add the outfit. Okay, now we have here the datas of our five attributes. So first attributes, I will just uncheck all except for this analog value. So if I click this, the analog value here, I can double click this and then the maximum, I will put the maximum of, since our analog value is 0 to 10 volts, so the top, maybe I will just put it 12 or 15. Okay, 15. You see this blue color? So this is the trend for your analog value. Then you can also modify the width. So I will make it thicker. Then I will change the color into red. Okay. Then click OK. And then the type. So we're going to discuss this later. I will just show you this. You see, it's getting thick. Now, as you can see, it's not moving because we did not click the enable live or replay mode. Now you see it's moved. So you see this broken line here because we deploy the object. So if we deploy, then it will not take any data. So now there will be a two line, a vertical line, the red one and the blue one. So the red one will be our X1. See, this is the X1 here. Look to my mouse. This one, this is the value of your X1, and the X2 will be the blue, this one. So whenever I place this vertical line here, for example, and then I'm going to stop, this vertical line value is 9, see, and then it will show you the time also for this. So I will be putting here Okay. This one RPM, we're gonna take this as well. Okay, I will click this so that we can also see on the graph. So if I double click this, I will make this thicker also, and the color will be maybe orange. Okay, then I will click OK. So it is in the top because I did not change the maximum value of it. So the top, since this is an RPM, so we have a maximum of 1350 RPM or a project. So I'm gonna going to put this 2000 for the maximum. Okay, so and then also I will going to play this. So now the time is, look to my mouse, 7:08. So 7:08 is taking values continuously. So we have stable values. So what if we change this? Okay. So what if we change the value of it? So I'm gonna change the value into, see, okay. You see the graph is changing. Then I'm gonna go into, what if I have erratic value? Okay, as you can see, if I drop the value into 1, then someone changed the value into a higher one, then again the drop. Okay, you see, we have now the value, but as you can see, we can separate this by clicking this. See, it's separated, or you can make it like this. And now I've shown you, lately there will, if you click this, you have here the type auto, so you can use a step line. Okay, apply. So here it will be better. So if you like this, then you can do a point line. We can also use point. Here you see there are dots, but I prefer step line, and I will also make this to the other step line. Okay, okay. So as you can see, this is how historian works. So this is a very useful software that you can use in your tracing. For example, you have an issue on this day, and you want to know the value yesterday or the other month or the other week, so you can trace back. Now let's see in actual we will run. So this is only a simulation. Okay, then I will click. Okay. Now we have here sensor. If this sensor is triggered, then I will click all sensors. Okay. See, now our sensors is getting the values. So I'm gonna make this thick also. Okay. So in this data, guys, we know that in this time, the pallet passed through the conveyor. So it's very easy to us to trace. And then I will change the value, for example. So you see how data is changing. See the sensors almost the pallet passing through. I lower the speed. So what if I have a blockage on our conveyor? Example, I make it black. Okay. See, there's a blockage now. Now it will stuck. Oh, okay. Now the cartoon stuck. Oops, sorry. Now as you can see, the data here is quite different from a normal one. So here you have here a long detection of the sensor, which means you have a blockage here. So the good thing here also is you can stop this and then you can check how many seconds it's stuck. So by dragging the horizontal, I mean the vertical lines, the red and the blue, from end to end of the trend, see. So you have here 20 seconds that it was being stuck to this position. And then the time also, so it started at 14:03 and ended 14:22. So it's a very useful tool. Then what I'm here, if I drag the red one to this, I will click the red one, click the red one, then it will show the values of red is in 10 during this time, 7:13. Okay, see, 7:13, and in this set point, it lasted around 27 seconds with this value 10. Started around 7:13, 25, and ended around 7:13:52. So we already know this, and also I discussed this already. So I think we are finished. So I hope you understand and I hope you get information from me. I am not an expert of this, but at least I can show you how. Then it's up to you to explore more things on this software. So if you have some doubt, then you can ask comments on the below video, or if you have suggestions, then don't hesitate to message me on the video below, in the comment section below. So thank you guys, and hoping that you learn on this video. So bye.